Hi, I'm here on Venice Beach. It's Friday, April 19th, and I'm asking people the video question of the day, what was the kindest thing anyone ever did for you?
Somebody left a bunch of food on my chair when I was talking to a customer. That was pretty nice. Somebody also gave me a van recently. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
They gifted me a 350 V8 Triton 6-cylinder 1998 cargo van. Converted it into a motorhome, and now I live in my van now.
It was my teacher. Back in the school I was really young, and it was a new school for me. It was day one for me in the school, and I was crying. All the students were making fun of me, but my teacher, she really took care of me, and I definitely remember her to this day. Yeah.
Probably my parents, man. Like they kind, like just having me. That's real talk.
When I was riding my bike at Manhattan Beach, and I had a fall and fractured my hip. So I had surgery the next morning, emergency surgery. And then my daughter came over a few days later, my older daughter that lives in La Quinta, and with my granddaughter. And my sister was there too, my older sister. And they, because I couldn't do anything, I was on a walker. So I had to have appliances put in my apartment, like a raise in my toilet. So they cleaned my house. My granddaughter changed my socks for me because I couldn't reach. I asked her, I couldn't reach. Collectively, my family rallied to me, and I needed it when I needed it most.
I think this is recent, I think is my girlfriend deciding to move down with me. That was one of the kindest things ever.
Aww.
Yeah, she changed her entire life for me, so it was really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is very sweet.
Thank you.
Do you have anything that you say? If you do, just grab his microphone.
Anything.
Stealing my heart.
Oh, okay.
But today I wear a leather jacket, which was slightly too warm, which was my own misunderstanding that it wouldn't be this warm. And then my brother right here, he offered to carry my bag so it wouldn't be too warm. So that was kind of kind, and I was like, all right, okay. Not life-changing per se, but it was a kind thing.
2 weeks ago, celebrating my 30th wedding anniversary with my husband and my kids and my closest friends. So that was a very beautiful and kind moment of joining love and celebrating life together.
I don't know, I think like take care of me, make me food. I'm a foodie, so, and I mean I know how to cook, but I don't like it so much, so I like when someone takes care of me on that side. I come back from work and I find the food on the table. That's a kindness for me. That's something really kind that I appreciate it.
When I was in about 10th grade, the only time I was doing bad in school was Algebra 2 with Trig, and luckily school had like a tutor program. It's the only time I ever needed a tutor, and it was a guy who was actually like in the Air Force. I don't remember if he was a captain or something, but he was so nice. He helped me out and he'd do other stuff, and gave generously of his time, which he didn't have to. So I always appreciate when people give their time more than anything else.
You know what, actually it's a very small thing, but my wife and I have an arrangement where on the weekends I get up early and take care of the baby, actually starting on Fridays. But this Friday I couldn't get out of bed. I was feeling very tired. So Emily, my wife, she got up and she dealt with the baby. It's a very small thing, but it made a big difference because it had been a hard week for me, and I felt very happy.
I'm not from here. I'm from St. Louis region, and I'm traveling, and I drive into town, and I realized that I've lost my credit card at some point on the journey, so it's my main source of gas to get home. I was able to get some money from my folks and whatnot, but it's just enough to get home, right? So I'm walking the streets just looking for, a quick bite or something, and I see this homeless gentleman, and he asked me if I have some money, and I tell him, well, no, I'm sorry, I need everything I got so I can get home. And he's like, oh, okay, my bad, man, don't worry about it. I was like, well, hey, I got a lighter, you want a lighter? He says, no, I'm good. And he starts reaching into his pockets. He fetches out a $5 bill this homeless man sitting on the side of the street, and he hands me this $5 bill, and I tell him time and time again, I can't accept. I have a van, I have a home back in St. Louis, I don't need it that bad. I would like to give him something for it, but he refused, and he made me keep that $5 bill. And I'm gonna go frame that when I get home, actually.
Well, kind of thing everybody ever gave me was a compliment.
What was the compliment?
That was a nice person. I don't hear that often.
Being kind to people, it's good for you, and it costs you nothing.
A happy birthday?
Is it your birthday today?
No, it was a couple of days ago.
What did somebody do for you for your birthday?
Just told me happy birthday. That's it.
Well, recently my sister came to help me. I had to get ACL surgery, and she came, flew all the way from Missouri, and she took care of me, and it was just so sweet. It was so nice of her.
The love from my father and the love from my wife and my sister and brother.
Cool. And what was the kindest thing you think you've ever done?
I would say it would have to do with taking care of animals and loving animals. And, I've done a lot of fighting for affordable housing and, equal rights and things like that.
What was the kindest thing anyone ever did for you?
Gave me money.
How much money?
A lot of money.
Somebody gave you a lot of money?
Mm-hmm.
And just out of can you tell me a little about it?
Yeah, out of kindness. It was my mom's friend.
Okay, so like 3 or 4 months before my 70th birthday, I was on the phone with my sister. She's in Denver. And I just mentioned I was thinking about going to the galley for my birthday dinner. And, we had the rest of the conversation, and 3 or 4 months went by. So my birthday came, I went to the galley, and I had my 2 martinis at the bar, and I sat down, and I had my filet mignon and onion rings and salad. Oh, so good. But the waitress never came with the bill, So I see her across the way and, wave to her, and she says, Dottie sends her birthday regards. And I thought, how the fuck does she,
It's all right.
How does she know my sister's name? And then she turns around and tells me, she's taking care of your bill. Happy birthday. You know what I mean?
I was very lucky, and this fine gentleman bought me flowers this week.
Lovely. Was there a special occasion or reason to do that?
No.
It doesn't have to be.
Just an act of kindness.
Hi, I'm Lakin. I'm from Kentucky, and the kindest thing that was ever done for me is I was adopted.
Oh, that's such a good one.
And how old were you when you were adopted?
I was 7, and yeah, I was adopted by a single mom. So.
Excellent. What's the kindest thing that was ever done for you?
It's my dad. He used to beat me up as a child. That made me grow up as the man I am today.
Okay.
So I'd say go hard on your children and make them the men that they need to be to take over the world. They want to conquer, they want to live as men, I'd say. And thank you, Dad, for raising me for the man I am today. I really appreciate you.
I think just one of the kindest things is if you've ever been to LAX, it's the worst place in the world to go. And I have a friend who makes sure that no matter when I need to go to the airport, pick up, drop off, they always drive me. They don't let me Uber, they don't let me drive myself. They make sure that I am always driven so that I am taken care of and don't have to worry about anything. So that's definitely love to me. That's kind.
I was in my first Holy Communion, and the bishop asked you questions. He said, "Do you know why you were created?" And I said, "Wow, of course, first existential thought I've ever had in my life." He followed it up quickly by saying, "Because God loved you." And right at that moment, I went from the here and now, that things were blue above me, things were, this was all there was. I became alive. God the Father poured out his love on me. And I felt love for the first time. And that Jesus came for me. And that was the kindest thing anyone had ever done for me, and everyone ever did for me. And that was what changed my life.
My grandma bought me a guitar for my 7th birthday, and I still have it.
Probably one kind thing that has happened to me is I'm in medical school, so and I just turned 21 back in October. So all my classmates, they threw me a surprise birthday party for my 21st birthday, and especially with us just knowing each other for 2 months, like that was super nice and very fun to have classmates like that are willing to do that.
So recently I had to leave my home, and I have 5 kids. And I have a very good friend. When I divorced, she started my business, a play group, because that's what I am, an early childhood educator. So right away, she brought all the stuff that she had and gave them to me. Now that I'm out of a house, I need to continue my play group, right? I call a few people, I call the same person. She's like, what are you talking about? Just bring your stuff and do your play group from my back house.
So it was just my birthday a few days ago. My husband, he bought me tickets to go to Vegas and come over here to see my family. Haven't seen them in about 20 years, so so I'm here, you know, hanging out.
What's the kindest thing your husband did for you in the last 30 years?
Coping with being patient, give me joy. You know, it's like encourage me every day to be a better person. That is requires a lot of kindness.
When I was like super sick with like just a common cold, my friend bought soup and she brought it to my apartment and just left it at my door and was like, DoorDash, but I didn't like ask for it or anything. She just did it out of the kindness of her heart.
Kind?
Yeah.
You kind, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I peep your energy, man. You pretty kind to do this. Like, you want to get certain energies and understand the world better.
My friend from home came to visit me. She came to visit me, and that's super kind because it's a far trip.
Where did you come from?
France. But I live in New York.
Shit, I think just telling me I love you. You know, some shit like that, probably.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who told you they loved you?
I can't tell you that.
Okay. We'll
Can't
see.
tell you that.
Was my wife of 59 years? She said yes. That was right up there.
When I arrived in Japan and China, I didn't have like the VPN and nothing to move and no change, just pay by Apple Pay. And one guy gave me equivalent of $50. And he said, good luck. There are some nice people in this world.
Love life.